So, yeah, we keep seeing, we had Enchantress in Cincy. I know someone with Enchantress back in Indy at the Legacy Open aside the Invitational who was doing really well with it. The deck's powerful, and a lot of the decks now are trying to do fair things, and Enchantress doesn't really play that game.
Right. For some of Enchantress's singletons that it has in here, or its other semi-tutor cards, Solitary Confinement's pretty common, but having access to Sigil of the Empty Throne, the Angel Maker, Karmic Justice, and Worlds of War. Is that the is that Armageddon?
That's Words of War.
It's supposed to be Words of War, not Worlds of War. Words of War, skipping your draw phase to shock something.
Yep.
And
Moat. Yep. Some of the other things, we went through the whole list of them that we saw, like Spirit. There was a card, Spiritual Focus someone had last time. You know what that one does?
I forget. Actually, is that discard a card and be able to stop red or black damage?
No.
Okay.
It was 1 and a white enchantment. Whenever an opponent spell or ability opponent controls makes you discard a card, draw a card, gain 2.
Right.
Or they had like Ages of Honor. You know what Ages of Honor?
1 tap, prevent damage from a sorcery or instant.
No. Ages, the enchantment from Odyssey, white. This is the game. I just kept naming these cards, and Gavin and I were just like,
go ahead.
What does this do? It's like white. You pay 1, the next time an instant or sorcery does damage to you this turn, it does damage to its controller instead.
Okay, so it's a redirect, not a prevention. Yeah. Okay, so I was pretty close.
Yeah, and like all these really weird sideboard cards you can just have for Enchantress, because all these really weird enchantments have just been played over the years. On the other hand, Gerry's deck, Team America.
Straight up Team America too. I mean, we're talking about Tombstalkers. We're talking about it looks like Dismember has replaced Snuff Out, or does he still have Snuff Out?
Yeah, Dismember pretty much clean replaced Snuff Out here. Though that's kind of weird to me that Dismember would do that. I guess Dark Confidant's really important to kill.
It doesn't seem like a straight-up replacement to me in terms of its utility.
Well, killing Dark Confidant is very important.
I mean, that's a different kind of utility, right? Like Snuff Out was there so that you could kill. Well, I guess you can kill Tarmogoyf with Dismember.
Yeah, most of the time you can. So let's see. He's got Tarmogoyf, a couple Vendilions, a couple Tombstalkers, a couple Jaces is killed. He's got Stifle, Daze, Misstep, Brainstorm, Force, Him, Dismember, Edict. A Ponder, 1 Ponder again, here we go, and 1 Pernicious Deed. He has, looks like 22 lands, pretty typical for this deck. Though I think Enchantress is favored here. From what I've talked to all the people I know who Enchantress, they say the only card I really care about all these bug decks is Pernicious Deed. Gerry only has 1.
He's got 2 Diabolic Edicts to help his interaction, but that's still not very much.
Yeah, Jace is a bit of a problem, but you have Ruined Halo, you have Oblivion Ring. You can handle a Jace. So let's see here. We have Gerry on the right and Donnie on the left. Shuffling up. We'll see who wins the die roll, or won the die roll possibly in a second. Looking up various enchantments.
Well, there was I'm struggling to remember an enchantment that I think makes Aegis of Honor obsolete, but
I know, it's so weird.
White 2, whenever a sorcery or instant that would do damage to you, instead it deals damage to its opponent, or to its caster.
I don't know if that's a card.
It is. I've cast it. I can't remember the name of it, unfortunately. It was a card that I added to the Ben Dempsey's temporary solution list after that card broke, that deck broke about 6 years ago.
In what format?
Extended.
Huh, interesting. So Gerry is on the play. So, let's see. Gerry leads, looks like Lango. Donnie has Forest, Wild Growth, which Gerry's going to respond to with
Brainstorm. And actually, the card, Harsh Judgment is the name of the card, and it costs 4. My bad.
Yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah, I remember that card.
So this is actually really good because it stops Price of Progress from hurting you.
Yeah, so does Aegis does as well, just costs 1, and then you invest the rest of the 4 over several turns.
Yeah. Donnie casts,
Gerry brainstormed without a fetch land, it looks like. Or choosing not to fetch, actually. So there's an Enchantress off of a Wild Growth Forest.
Force of Will.
Pitching Brainstorm.
Very important card to stop.
Yep. The Enchantress deck is not going unless there's an Enchantress in play. Who would have thought?
Donnie has his life pad stolen for a second. Hymn to Turok, very powerful card here. Random discard is so much more potent than discard of your own choosing.
Yeah, that's very good, especially because he's short on mana this game. It's a Moat and an Enlightened Tutor. Neither of which were castable, but that Tutor might have come in handy in a couple turns.
Moat wasn't too potent in this matchup. It only stops Tarmogoyf.
Right.
With Click and Tombstalker still being very relevant for Gerry.
You're looking to get more of a presence, the full lock going on.
Yeah.
Looks like a second Enchantress about to hit the board.
Oh boy.
So Gerry is now pressed for time and pressed for... another Hymn.
Hymn to Turok, very good here still. Enchantress can pull him out of it, but I mean, he's got to have an enchantment to get going.
Yep. Tarmogoyf bumped by that enchantment in the graveyard too. So...
Elephant Grass, great card.
Yep.
Enlightened Tutor.
So Elephant Grass may have been what Donnie was looking for to dig him out of this. So, cheap enchantment, just cycles. Eat some of Gerry's mana if he wants to attack.
I think Wild Growth... Oh, another Enchantress. I think a Wild Growth would be the beginning of where he might want to start.
Maybe a Utopia Sprawl if he has that. Yep.
There is Utopia Sprawl.
More so.
Yeah.
Competitors in draft open number 2.
The Tarmogoyf is slowly picking away. It looks like he drew... Yeah, there's an Elephant Grass.
Boom.
2 cards, green floating. And suddenly the clock starts ticking. Oh. Yep, there's a Utopia Sprawl and a Plains. Yep.
There's the Plains. Mana floating. Sprawl it. Draw 2.
Can you sprawl a Plains?
I don't know if
that's
you
a
can.
forest. Is that a forest? You can't sprawl a... Yeah, they're just moving it to the forest. You tried to sprawl Plains.
Yeah.
Can't sprawl Plains.
Yes.
There we go. Interesting to know.
You still get to draw the cards. You just don't get the access to that mana right away.
Yeah. Ben Friedman is currently at table 2 of this event. Coming off of his top 8, this morning. Playing against Eli Cassis, also undefeated at this point with Reanimator. So Gerry untaps, has a lethal Goyf on the board, so one of these Enchantresses is going to have to step in the way.
Plink. He's got to spend 2 to the attack, and there's the 2.
Yep.
I think at this point, you need to just get rid of the Elephant Grass. It's not going to do anything for you unless you get another pair of Elephant Grasses to help out.
He does have a Rune Halo, which is going to come down and name Tarmogoyf, I think. Chris Van Meter also at the top tables.
Oh wow, paying for the grass. I don't know. I don't like that.
Yeah. I can't see his full hand though, so we'll see.
I see a Sterling Grove, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like paying for that elephant. Nope, not paying.
Don't pay, Donnie. There you go.
There we go.
Oh, no.
Let it die.
Yeah, I know. You lose a card, but that mana is more important right now.
Elephant Grass isn't really even doing the job of a card right now. There's a
Solitary Confinement. It's a good card right now.
So, let's see. So, Savannah comes down. I think we're going to see lead off on the Rune Halo. If that sticks, name Tarmogoyf.
The draw happens before the Halo comes into play.
Gerry can still counter that before. Stifling
the draw.
Okay.
But the Rune Halo comes into play.
Rune Halo sticks. Gonna name Tarmogoyf. And Sterling Grove's going to hit play.
Draw a card. Sterling Grove is an Enlightened Tutor on a stick.
Yep. I think Donnie's debating whether to use the floating mana to tutor up probably a presence at this point. Maybe can't tutor up Replenish, unfortunately, for him. Yeah, probably a presence is what I tutor up. Yep, there. A bit of concern over whether you should sacrifice the Grove because it protects the Groove Halo, but I think you just get the presence.
I mean, in the deck that he's playing against, about the only card that he could expect to see that might kill that Rune Halo is a Bizarro Maelstrom Pulse.
Yeah, or Pernicious Deed.
Well, the deed isn't
Yeah,
going to
the
be
deed's gonna
protected
kill
by
either,
that Rune
right.
Halo.
The deed also can't do
by
it this
that.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if that happens, it happens. Whatever. I mean, it's Gerry. Whatever. If he decides this week's the week for a Maelstrom Pulse, he's got your number.
Yeah.
But I don't think this week was that week. I don't think that week's for a little while.
I don't think that Gerry is wild enough to go with Maelstrom Pulse right now. He's willing to take risks and make changes, but Maelstrom Pulse seems a little bit off of the beaten path right now.
And not when he's just picked this deck up for 1 week here.
Yeah.
Halo, yep, Halo naming Goyf as we expected.
Presence is on top.
Yep. Looks like a Vanillion click in Gerry's hand. So
That's fun. After you've drawn, I would like to see your hand.
well, it looks like Words of War is going to be. Ooh, that's kind of interesting.
It's pretty good.
He's 1 off. So I was thinking he could Words, play another enchantment, just gun down the click, but 1 mana off here. I think you have to take. I don't know if you take the presence of the Words actually.
I don't want that presence in play if I were Gerry. Is that the solitary confinement? Not to the yard, but to the bottom.
Draws not exactly what he was looking for.
Windswept Heath. Enchantress's presence. Summons a card draw. What is that? It's a blue card of some kind, it looked like.
Let's take a look.
It couldn't have been blue, I don't think. He doesn't have the fetches going in a 4.
Yep, Vanillion Click is still not lethal here, so gets the Taiga. Probably just going to put this Words of War into play and gun down that click is his answer. Gerry under pressure to draw his 1 Pernicious Deed before, Words of War could kill easily, Sigil the Empty Throne could kill easily, but also just before maybe Karmic Justice hits play, and when Deed hits, everything dies.
Here's the Words of War.
Yep.
Draw. Looks like a Plains, maybe? What was that?
We'll see when he picks up his hand.
Gerry knocks Donnie to 1.
Yep. And,
Tombstalker. That's actually a powerful card right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Solitary Confinement got sent to the bottom, so we'll have to see. Can Donnie draw all of the cards he needs and spend all of the mana he needs? So let's see. What has he got in hand?
It will take him 4 activations to kill both of those creatures. 4 activations is 4 mana. So he's going to need to get 2 1-drop, or basically 2 enchantments within 3 mana.
He's got an Enchantress in hand. I can't see what the rest of his hand is. He's going to draw for the turn. Let's see. Lead on.
Wild Growth. Oh, there's some manas.
He's going to probably float the mana so that he can better choose his colors in a minute. Yeah. He uses this, Wild Growth, and a 2-mana enchantment to kill everything.
Oh, wow.
Maybe
Enchantress.
probably trying to dig a card deeper to find a confinement, but I think paying 2 to draw a card is worse than drawing what you need off the Growth here.
1.
Elephant Grass.
Oh, Elephant Grass stops all of the. Elephant Grass stops all of the black creatures.
Yeah, He should have.
No, he's fine. He casts the Elephant Grass. Tombstalker can't attack, and he
Oh,
shoots
yeah,
the
he
Vendilion
does get
Clique.
shoots off the
Elephant Grass
There we go.
stops all black creatures.
I forgot he gets the searches off of the. I forgot he gets the draws off the Elephant Grass. Is what it is.
There are 4 Elephant Grass in this deck. Just the right number.
Yep, it's very importantly, 1 green starts turning into like this Thoughtcast effect, basically.
Yeah.
Maybe even a recall at some point. Recall plus a little bit.
Well, the ability of the card, if we're not even having an Enchantress in play, is just still really, really relevant in the early game when you're trying to establish yourself.
Just, even if they get to pay, it's, maybe one guy attacks you instead of the Goyf and the Coddle, just the Goyf. A couple life every turn adds up.
Well, like, for example, versus Goblins, simply having an Elephant Grass in play usually means you win the game.
Yeah. I'd believe that.
Nice 2/2.
Wild Growth. Yep, maximizes mana here.
3 draws.
Yeah. At this point, Donnie has basically gone off, and the only thing Gerry can hope to draw is Pernicious Deed here.
How many cards does Gerry have? Because Donnie needs to make sure to remember to play around Daze.
That is true. I guess he's maybe trying to draw a second Elephant Grass so he can play around Misstep as well.
If he doesn't have any mana floating, a Daze could actually kill him here.
No, he has the Wild Growth on the line.
If he doesn't have... It costs 1 mana for the Elephant Grass, and then 1 mana to shoot.
That's true.
So if he does not have... if he has the Daze, if he doesn't have a mana floating, Gerry just won.
Yep. If it's a Daze.
If it's a Daze.
I do think he does have a mana floating because he just tapped that Wild Growth land. Donnie looking at his hand, trying to figure out if there's any way he can... Probably just trying to figure out if he can beat a mental misstep, which I don't think he can. Not at this point.
If it's there, it's there.
Yeah, if he's got it, he's got it. I mean, he can, like...
Oh, he hasn't even laid a land yet.
Ah, there we go.
That makes things a little bit more cozy.
Yeah. If he has 1... No, he can't lead on City of Solitude. Never mind. He needs 2 floating to do that. I'd probably just drop the Elephant Grass.
I just want the Elephant Grass right away. Just make sure it's out there.
Well, he's trying to figure out if there's a line you can do to just get around a misstep, but I think his best line is play the grass, shoot, try and draw to another grass if that fails. Don't play the Sterling Grove first, whatever you do.
I like Gerry just is like, got a land in my hand, buddy. just end it.
Yeah, Gerry doesn't really want to sit through the misery of dealing with Enchantress doing all this stuff. Oh, wow. No. Don't play that Sterling Grove. Does he have a mana floating? He doesn't have a mana floating. He could just die. I don't know why Donnie's so hesitant just to slam this Elephant Grass onto the table.
Maybe he doesn't actually realize that Elephant Grass stops black creatures cold. A lot of people don't realize that it has more text than propaganda.
Yeah.
One of the reasons that this was such a good card during the Flash Hulk moments is that most of those decks, they often ended up attacking you with a black creature, and you'd be like, well,
really?
Well, there's the Carrion Feeder, would be like, not most, some of them, let me change that.
Yeah.
Some of them would attack you with a big Carrion Feeder, and you'd be like, I don't care, you can't attack me.
I always thought it got big from Infinite Karmic Gods attacking.
That's one way. There's also the secondary path, where the other path, and the thing is, Infinite Karmic Guides can't attack with Elephant Grass out anyway.
Oh, yeah,
because you've got
true.
The propaganda effect.
Yeah, that's true.
So you get both sides of it.
No, you're right.
You get the Infinite Karmic Guides, and you get the big Singleton Carrion Feeder can't come in.
Is that Vendilion Clique going to get shot down? I'm not sure what's...
I mean, Donnie could just throw this away for himself.
Yeah.
It's doable.
You can always manage to punch the judge, right?
Yeah. Did he cast Sterling Grove? Oh my god. I think he just killed himself.
Yep.
I think
he just lost this game because of that. I'm amused.
One of the
AJ
things,
Soccer walking by.
One of the things I love about Star City Games, the live series here, you watch Magic and it just, for me at least, makes me want to play Magic all the more. I just was like, oh, I got to get out there and battle.
Yep, Donnie looks like he's resigned himself to his fate. Gerry sitting there, casually sipping on some Mountain Dew, waiting to die or win. There's, nothing is in his hands at this point.
Donnie already lost it for himself.
I thought he had a mana floating.
If he has a mana floating, he's fine. I do not believe he has a mana floating.
Oh.
Yep.
Sterling Grove.
Sterling Grove. We've talked about the Sterling Grove.
Yeah, that's.
And
Donnie loses from the
scoops
game one.
It up. He had the win. Didn't realize he had the win because he didn't know how his cards worked.
Yep, did not choose to. The elephant grass would have done it.
So some people are like, it's not that much of a decision. Well, it's a decision enough that he turned his win into a loss.
One of my friends from Ann Arbor who plays Enchantress pretty religiously. I think I've mentioned his all-foreign deck on this cast before. Says, go yell at him for me.
One of the things about a deck like Enchantress, you need to really know what your cards do. I mean, you've got all these tutors. They do something. They get you to really great answers. Like, you can't go and get, let's say, a City of Solitude and not realize that it's an enchant world, And
it is?
Yeah.
What's an enchant world? I don't know.
You don't know what an enchant world is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Marginally, but
enchant worlds. There can only be one enchant world in play at a time.
There's no way that's
when
an enchant world.
When you put in another enchant world, it gets rid of any other enchant world in play.
That's an enchant world? Really?
I could be wrong.
No,
I'm
not.
wrong. Oh, slap me upside the face. See, I don't play Enchanters. So.
Yeah.
Well, it was fun slow rolling that terrible error there.
I almost lost one because I didn't realize it's not the activated abilities.
Yeah.
Activated abilities.
Yeah, spells and it stops lands too. So unlike Grand Abolisher, just everything. Cannot tap your lands for mana. Okay,
what was I thinking of that was the enchant world that's similar to City of Solitude?
I don't even know what enchant world is. I know there's forbidden waste or something.
I forget.
Yeah.
Go on.
So, sideboarding. Jerry's going to bring in the second Deed, 2 Thought Seizes, and a Jace probably. Just get these dismembers out of here. Edict is good. Kills an Enchantress. I can see Stifle not being that great here. So, yeah, probably board out Stifle. And 2 Stifles, 2 Dismembers, board in 2 Thoughtseize, a Jace, and a Deed. Whereas Donnie, on the other hand, does not have Spiritual Focus that we were talking about earlier.
Did you mention Perish as a possible card?
I did not.
I like Perish against Enchantress.
He does have 2 Edicts that perform the same purpose.
But you can get all of the Enchantresses at once with a Perish.
That might be a reasonable upgrade. I think that, specifically on the draw, I'd rather have Edict, so I can stop the Enchantress right there than wait a turn and let them get some gas. So, Donnie has Ground Seal, not going to do much. So that's the enchantment. Cards and graveyards can't be targeted, cantrips, don't want that. Maybe a Pithing Needle for Jace, I can see that. Carpet of Flowers coming in.
Carpet of Flowers is amazing.
Coming in.
A totally amazing
Blood Moon
card.
Coming in. All of those 3 are coming in right here. Don't want Aura of Silence. That's the seal of Disenchant that costs white more and makes artifacts and enchantments cost 2 more.
Aura of Silence is just awesome, but it
yet.
slows down Pernicious Deed. Pernicious Deed is a possible answer. So what that means is...
Well, you can board a Pithing Needle for that instead. You might want... I guess Aura of Silence is like...
Is there anything else that it does besides
No.
Pernicious Deed?
No.
See, I don't necessarily mind that, because it means that Gerry either has to wait a turn for the Pernicious Deed to work, or Gerry has to get up to 10 mana for a Pernicious Deed to... Not 10 mana, pardon me, 7 mana for a Pernicious Deed to be effective.
Well, you can just play it for 5 and then wait a turn.
Waiting a turn can be huge.
I guess Oblivion Ring
Waiting
exists,
a turn is a really huge
He also
time.
has... Donnie also has Karmic Justice in his deck, so he might have enough answers as is. Karmic Justice, whenever... So we talked about this, I think, earlier this match, but in case you're just joining, 2 and a white enchantment. Whenever a non-creature permanent you control is destroyed by a spell or ability an opponent controls, destroy target permanent that player controls. So that'd be good. Maybe Leyline of Sanctity. Adrian, you might be thinking of Arborea for the Enchant World.
I'm trying to remember there's a green enchant world that I'm Concordant Crossroads is the enchant
Haste.
world.
That's Haste.
Yeah, and it's an enchant world.
Yeah, there's so many enchant worlds.
Yeah.
And by so many, so few, and no one remembers what any of them do.
Yeah,
they stopped printing them in like Mirage or something.
That's because it's a really bad mechanic.
Yes. So Leyline of Sanctity, maybe bring those in. Stops hymns, stops Thoughtseize if Gerry
Leyline
has
of
it.
Sanctity is actually really powerful just because
Stops
Thoughtseize, Jace, right? Like
I can see Leylines coming in. Sundial of the Infinite. We're not playing against Hive Mind here.
it's fair.
Yeah, we're seeing Sundial of the Infinite. That is your hate card.
Was Gavin one of the people that first jumped on that card and was like excited and this is a great, awesome card? I think it might have been.
I think it's just a really cool card. And Metamorph's not going to come in, I don't think.
You know what I like in the
you can
Blood
Metamorph?
Moon.
Yeah, Blood Moon, Carpenter Flowers, and Choke, all going to wreck Gerry. But Metamorph? You can Metamorph your own Enchantress. Never thought of that.
Right.
That's kind of cute. I like that. Let's see what he boards out. Might want to board out... I have no idea. I don't play nearly enough Enchantress to know this. Moat is coming out.
Moat does not do nearly enough work.
Maybe board out the Words of War.
I don't know if Sigil of the Empty Throne is the way you want to go. I mean...
Why? Blocks all the flyers?
Like, if the opponent gets deed, the deeds are still going to clear you out.
I think D's just going to kill you regardless. So Donnie has a turn 2 Skirling Grove on the play. Gerry didn't have a turn 1 play.
Him to Turok.
That was an intense game one to watch.
That was awesome. You know, like...
Bin's Solitary. And a City of Solitude.
Right.
Looks like he has Rune Halo, a land, and a Sigil in hand. Probably debating whether to upkeep that Sterling Grove, but I think he just waits. I think he just wants to wait until he can just get the Enchantress without letting it get Thoughtseized for him. Gerry draws a Wasteland, but that's not going to hit anything right now against this 10 basic combo deck.
Right?
Yeah, I like this. 3 Savannah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Karmic Justice in Donnie's hand.
Is it Karmic? Or is it Sigil? I thought I saw... It's Rune Halo and Sigil.
Oh, okay, yeah, my bad. Thank you.
Same kind of arches in the center for both of the Sigil and the Karmic Justice. Donnie's probably going to tutor up a Presence. Unless... Should be a Presence. I don't think there's anything else he wants here. Yep. And get this party started. Looks like Gerry's got a Daze, a Tombstalker. I think he boarded it in Parish, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I know you can edict away one Enchantress, but the ability to get away with killing multiples is big.
I might have been more interested in keeping them off the tempo early, but it's also possible that they start playing around Daze and then all of a sudden Parish gets live really fast.
Drawing a lot of cards with Enchantress, a lot of the cards are kind of garbage. You know what I mean? So
yes. There's a force on that in Presence, pitching a Daze. Probably going to Wasteland that Taiga. Gerry has a Tombstalker in hand, 3 cards in bin right now to power that. So he's short 2. Hands another force, something I can't tell what it is, and the Tombstalker. Another Sterling Grove for Donnie. Gerry draws a Trop. I think that might be the Parish that we're seeing, or maybe another Tombstalker. Can't really see.
One card in the yard or one land short of Tombstalkering, if that is a Tombstalker.
Yep. Donnie cracks another Grove, probably getting another Presence. Yep, there we go. And let's try this one again. Gerry still 1 mana off of hard casting this force that he has with no blue card. Enchantress is such a interesting, people call it combo, but like it doesn't feel like combo. Like your opponent has so many turns to interact with you, so many weird onboard things happening. It's just so interesting to watch people. Once it locks you, but it's so interesting to watch people play against it on its way up.
Him to Turok.
Bin your
stripping
hand.
out the hand. Donnie now down to nothing.
Donnie draws. And land.
Land
Sarah
go.
Sanctum.
Makes 1 mana right now.
chooses to, yep, that's a Tempest, or whatever.
Whoa, look at that.
Tempest? Yeah.
Parrish was the beginning. Oh, there's the Tombstalker emptying out the yard.
There used to be some really...
First enchantment, I think. I think we're going to see a Wild Growth or a Utopia Sprawl.
Wild Growth.
Wild Growth on a forest.
Parrish is a very spiteful card. They don't make...
That was the beginning of hate. Like, real...
Parrish and Chill. I mean, like, going... Like,
Boil.
there was Gloom back in the day, but...
Gloom was pretty hateful. Is that a second Enchantress? Boom.
With
draw
one floating. Or, wait, why did he tap that much
He
for
tapped
it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. He's got 2 mana floating of some configuration.
He's got 2 white floating. Oops.
Yep.
Or white-green floating.
Some combination of 2 mana.
Just generically tap 3
If
lands.
he has a 3 casting cost spell in his hand, that would be a little embarrassing.
It happens. He's probably still in a reasonable position regardless.
Oh, he's definitely in a reasonable position. All it takes is a single enchantment to explode right now.
Yep.
I see a land, and I don't know what that other card is.
Maybe a replenish. That would be the game. Oh, Leyline.
Leyline. Ouch. Draw.
There's
And Argothian Enchantress.
2
Argothian
Enchantress. Oh, this is going to come up, isn't it? Yep, that exact scenario
Correct.
you were talking about. There's a Parrish. There's 2 Enchantresses.
And the thing is Jerry's going to cast Parrish, and he's going to kill those Enchantresses and be happy about it, but he's still not going to be in great shape.
No. He's in a scenario where he is racing before the enchantments start flying out of the deck here.
Now, usually combo-based decks, what they do is they come together and they make their value of cards explode into infinity. But what Enchantress and other decks like this do is they make your value of your cards go right into the ground.
Yes.
So that you're like, I've got nothing that does anything anymore. You could have 100 cards in your hand and they all are worth 0.
The worst was watching the Enchantress Mirror at
That sounds like the best.
no one can win game 1.
Tombstalker comes in, knocking Donnie down to 9. 2 swings for the kill. Parrish. The Argothian Enchantresses perish from this earth.
Interesting factoid, I'm just looking this up. Boyle was in Tempest, Flashfires was in Alpha.
Yep. Flashfires was never as good as Boyle, though. Blue's more good.
Yeah.
I think we got a next turn kill, perhaps. Enchantment, sorcery, land, creature.
That is dead.
Donnie has to survive this turn somehow. He doesn't have to win, but he has to survive. And it's all based essentially on what's in this card right there.
I don't think there's anything in his deck that can do it. It was a Blood Moon that he could not cast because of the Taiga being wasted.
That knocks him to dead, I think.
That is legal.
There we go.
And Gerry takes the match.
I think he was just alerted to the fact that the elephant grass.
Yeah, that looks like what Jerry's explaining. And that looks like regret and disappointment.
Yes. So the play that happened in the first game, Donnie was going off with enchantments, and Donnie was going off with enchantments, and what happens? He does not cast the elephant grass in his hand because he doesn't think it can stop both Tombstalker and the Vendilion Click. He has a Words of War in play, several enchantresses. What this means, though, if he casts the elephant grass, black creatures cannot attack.
At all.
So Tombstalker can't come in. And then he can spend 1 little mana to shoot the Vendilion Click.
I think he was trying to set up to see if he could get the full 4 Words of War triggers out of it, and he just couldn't.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're back here in the booth. I'm Arlax with Adrian
Hello.
Sullivan. We're here at Star City Legacy Open in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Things are approaching the top 8 here.
Only a few rounds left.
Yep, that was the end of, or not the end, but that was round 6 here. We just watched Gerry Thompson with Team America defeat Enchantress. So, are we going to see a back-to-back Gerry top 8? I don't know. Maybe back-to-back
That would be
wins.
awesome. I mean, there have definitely been those weekends where a player will come out and be like, I'm going to do both of them. You know, I'm gonna get there both times.
I think Nick Spagnolo and Dan Jordan, Gerry have all had their weekends like that. Maybe Edgar Flores had a weekend that was pretty close.
I also feel as though one of the other people that might have done it, and I could have this wrong. Didn't Patrick Sullivan in the weekend that he won? Didn't he top 8 on the other side?
He may have actually.
I think that's, or at least I feel like there was some weekend where he double top 8'd, but I could be wrong about that.
I think you might be thinking he did a legacy top 8 at home. And I think he was away from LA for the top for the win. Might have been Kansas City.
Actually, he totally won that weekend because he got to play basketball.
Oh,
that makes you a
close
winner.
enough.